Once upon a time, in a bustling village in Africa, there lived a young girl named Amara. She was kind-hearted, beautiful, and hard-working, but her life was far from easy. Amara lived with her stepmother, Madame Funke, and her two stepsisters, Tola and Kemi. They treated Amara like a servant, making her do all the chores from dawn till dusk, while they lounged around and attended fancy parties. Amara's father, a successful farmer in the village, had passed away when she was just a little girl, leaving her in the care of Madame Funke, who had quickly revealed her true, cruel nature. Despite the endless chores and the constant mistreatment, Amara remained hopeful and often found solace in her dreams. She dreamed of escaping her miserable life and finding happiness. One day, news spread throughout the village that Prince Adewale, the son of the wealthy and influential King Olumide, was hosting a grand ceremony to find his future bride. Every eligible maiden was invited, and the entire village buzzed with excitement. The ceremony was to be the grandest event the village had ever seen, with feasts, music, and dancing lasting late into the night. Madame Funke and her daughters were ecstatic and immediately began preparations. They spent lavishly on extravagant dresses, jewelry, and shoes, ignoring Amara as usual. They spoke of nothing but the ceremony, filling the house with chatter about who they would meet and how they would capture the prince's attention. On the night of the ceremony, they left Amara at home, surrounded by a mountain of chores. As Amara watched them leave, her heart ached. She sat down and cried, wishing she could attend the ceremony. She imagined herself in a beautiful dress, dancing with Prince Adewale and forgetting her troubles, if only for a night. Suddenly, a soft voice called out to her. Amara looked up to see an elderly woman dressed in vibrant traditional attire. It was Mama Bisi, a kind-hearted old woman known for her magical abilities. "Why are you crying, my dear?" Mama Bisi asked gently. Amara explained her plight, her voice breaking with emotion as she recounted her longing to attend the ceremony and her hopelessness in ever escaping her current life. Mama Bisi listened patiently, her eyes filled with understanding and compassion. "Do not worry, my child. You shall go to the ceremony," Mama Bisi said, her voice warm and reassuring. With a wave of her hand, Mama Bisi transformed Amara's worn-out clothes into a stunning dress adorned with plain green patterns that shimmered in the light. She gave her a beautiful pair of sparkling slippers that felt like a dream against her feet. Finally, she warned Amara, "You must leave the ceremony before the clock strikes midnight, for the magic will wear off." Overjoyed, Amara thanked Mama Bisi and hurried to the palace. She arrived at the ceremony and instantly caught the eye of Prince Adewale. Her grace and beauty captivated him, and they danced together all night. They spoke about their dreams and their hopes for the future, finding a connection that felt both new and deeply familiar. Amara's stepsisters, who did not recognize her, were green with envy as they watched the prince's attention never waver from the mysterious beauty. As the clock neared midnight, Amara remembered Mama Bisi's warning. She fled the palace in haste, leaving behind one of her sparkling slippers in her rush. Prince Adewale was determined to find the mysterious girl who had stolen his heart. He ordered his guards to search the village for the owner of the slipper, announcing that the maiden whose foot fit the slipper would be his bride. The next day, the guards arrived at Madame Funke's house. Tola and Kemi tried to fit into the slipper, but it was too small for them. They pushed and strained, their faces turning red with effort. But it was clear the slipper did not belong to them. Finally, Amara was called to try it on. Madame Funke and her daughters scoffed, convinced that it would never fit. To their amazement, the slipper slid perfectly onto Amara's foot. Prince Adewale arrived and, seeing Amara, knew she was the one. Overwhelmed with joy, he proposed to her on the spot. Amara accepted, and they were married in a grand ceremony attended by the entire village. The celebration was filled with laughter, music, and dancing, and for the first time in a long while, Amara felt truly happy. Amara and Prince Adewale lived happily ever after, and Amara never forgot the kindness of Mama Bisi, who had made her dreams come true. As for Madame Funke and her daughters, witnessing Amara's transformation taught them valuable lessons in humility and kindness. They realized how poorly they had treated Amara and vowed to change their ways. Through Amara's journey, they learned that true beauty lies not in outward appearances, but in the goodness of the heart. As the years went by, Amara and Adewale were blessed with children who inherited their parents' kindness and strength. They raised them to value compassion, integrity, and the importance of serving others. The royal family became known for their generosity and wisdom, and the kingdom flourished under their leadership. In conclusion, Amara's tale is a timeless reminder that amidst life's trials and tribulations, kindness and hope can be our guiding lights, leading us to the fulfillment of our dreams and the embrace of true love. Her story encourages us to believe in ourselves, to treat others with compassion, and to never lose sight of the goodness within us. As long as we carry these values in our hearts, we too can create our own happily ever after. Thank you all for listening to Amara's story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Please share, like, and subscribe to this channel for more stories.